and enhancing disaster preparedness of the 2025 Global Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction GP 2025 in Geneva, Switzerland, has been emphasized. Participants stressed that media must be fully integrated into the architecture of disaster preparedness, response and resilience planning, using the microphone, a life-saving tool, as Mina Daniels reports.
Stakeholder engagement, where the media was reminded of their role of mitigating undue harm as a result of misinformation and disinformation, insisting on accurate reportage of not just the numbers but the dignity of the people involved in disasters, using adaptable languages that suit all and telling very compelling and not damaging stories.
But key part of it is partnership and inclusiveness, where the vulnerable, when you talk about disaster risk reduction, you are talking about people who are exposed or vulnerable to disaster. And looking at that from these conferences, it is showing us that what we've been doing, you understand, we're in the trajectory, but we need to do more.
Media, it's the central part of any dissemination method. The people in any field trust the media. So you might talk of people in the most remotest of areas, as long as they hear the message on radio, they can take it as hard truth. If you look at the people in town, as long as a media person comes up in front and tells them that this is coming, people pay attention to it more because they are more dependent on what the media says.
Training of journalists and media workers, funding so that media can be resilient. It must not be assumed that media is resilient on its own, but we are so important as it relates to staying on air, again, telling the stories, education, that we have to be considered for support as it relates to making sure that we play our role in that important information ecosystem.
Well, stakeholders here also said it's important to break down this communication, use sign languages, interpreters, and other means beneficial to people with special needs to ensure connectivity. From Geneva, Switzerland, Mina Daniels, NTA News.